This is a long-term review of Dr. Scholl's custom fit orthotic inserts. They claim to provide immediate and all-day relief from all these kinds of pains from being on your foot all day. I've had these for a little over a year. These are the ones where you go to the booth in the store and test your feet, and it tells you which ones to buy, like this.
So you get on your machine, put your feet in kind of a Larry Craig wide stance there, and then you push the start button, and then it's going to run you through a bunch of tests where you shift your weight various ways, stand on one foot, stand on the other foot, and try to move this ball into the target. And once you've hit the target, then it's got an assessment of how you put your weight on your feet at a bunch of different angles. It'll come up with a foot map, and then based on that foot map, it's going to recommend that you use a particular number. And it's also going to give you a place where you can get a $10 rebate. So put your email in there if you want to get that, and then go grab your size and you're ready to run.
And after a year, they're holding up really well. It's got, I don't know if you can hear it, this hard plastic provides the shape, so that's not going to wear out quickly. And then there's a little bit of squishy rubber here in the heel for support. And you see it isn't a full-length orthotic, and it has this weird bump in the front that I found kind of irritating. I found that kind of irritating, and I found this front edge kind of tickling the bottom of my foot as I was running. So I got used to that. That took a month or so to get used to, and it didn't make blisters or anything. It was just kind of irritating. On these, I've done 2 10K runs. I've done a reverse triathlon, and I've done one of those warrior mud runs, and all the training in between to get ready for those things is really where I did most of the work. I've been using a Fitbit, and I've done over 2,000 miles on these things. So I think it's pretty good long-term test. I'm not a super athlete runner guy, but I'm 50. I'm trying to get into shape, and you can see it's starting to come up on the heel a little bit. I've worn the color off, starting to peel around the edges a little bit here. But overall, it still retains its shape. My bad knee still feels good when I'm walking on it and running on it. I wear them in all my different shoes. Because they cost $55, I just swap them between shoes, but I always have them in when I'm at work, and then I put them in my running shoes when I'm running. The fit is really good. The men's size, there's really only one size when you buy it, and that's probably why there's no front edge of it. So it fits really good in the back of my shoe, tickles the bottom of my foot while I'm running, and just provides support, and my knee doesn't hurt. I took the test again, went to the Dr. Scholl machine, and it still recommends the same orthotic for me. So my body's the same, it hasn't changed, but I thought I might go and test it again just to make sure that I hadn't grown into or out of this size and needed another one. So overall, I recommend these. They feel good. My knee feels better than it did with no orthotics. And you can certainly buy a generic one cheaper, but it would be generic and it would either work or it wouldn't, depending on what's actually wrong with you.
So I'm happy with the results of the $50 insoles. Now, if you're not willing to pay that much, but your feet hurt, you could try something cheaper. There's a lot of other cheaper options. I just want to go with something that I'm sure works, and it works for me.